Hi, welcome to Take 5, a daily Bible time studying the New Testament by chapters. Today is May 27th and we're in Revelation 12. And they overcame him because of the blood of the Lamb, Revelation 12, verse 11. To be able to clearly understand and explain all that is described in this chapter is quite beyond anyone's absolute capability, but we will take what is given and work with it. A woman, the nation of Israel, it seems, due to the 12 stars, gives birth to a child, verse 5. This being Jesus, who is to rule all nations with a rod of iron. One who is born of the tribe of Judah. This child is kept in heaven until the proper time of his coming. The use of the word birth is to give mankind understanding of how Christ could come in the flesh, as told to us in Philippians 2. Though this is not an actual birth or woman, but symbolical of Jesus physically coming from the nation of Israel. Jesus was never physically birthed, no matter what LDS wishes to falsely proclaim, since Jesus and the Father are one in substance and being. An interesting consideration is that Jesus, even in heaven, is spoken of as occupying a body. At the stoning of Stephen, the deacon looked up and saw Jesus standing at the right hand of God, clearly flesh-type gesture. Also introduced is Satan, the red dragon, verse 3, who is furious with the consideration of the birth of a Savior coming from Israel. At numerous times in the history of the Israelites, the devil has intended for the nation to be abolished. Lucifer got them down to 8 people on the ark, but they multiplied. Joseph brought his father and siblings to Egypt so they did not starve, nor were the Egyptians able to wipe them out. There was the annihilation of 10 tribes, but 2 tribes remained. And then the baby was born, whom Herod tried putting to death, but it was finally on the cross which Jesus met his death. Yet the next chapter reads, "He is not here, for he is risen, just as he said." How Satan came to earth is described along with his purpose in being to cause calamity for those who belong to God. Returning to the idea of the woman, the bride of Christ is said to be the church. Satan hates God and he hates his church. He would love to see it wiped out. Some of my most favorite Bible verses of all are here in this chapter. These verses have stuck with me for a long, long time. They read, "And the serpent poured water like a river out of his mouth after the woman, so that he might cause her to be swept away with the flood. But the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened its mouth and drank up the river which the dragon poured out of his mouth. So the dragon was enraged with the woman and went off to make war with the rest of her children who keep the commandments of God and hold to the testimony of Jesus." This of itself is a complete study, but I will leave it as closing thoughts. Realize that nothing can harm you, nothing can touch you or reach you outside of the permitted will of God. God absorbs so much of what Satan throws at us that much of the time we are not even aware of what's being thrown our way. Satan sent flood waters to drown the woman, but the earth opened its mouth and drank up the river which the dragon poured out of his mouth. God absorbed that which the devil sent so that it would not reach the woman. In chapter 11, the 2 witnesses, the enemy wanted to harm them, but was not allowed. Satan had to ask God's permission to test Job, and God drew the boundaries. Satan is never more powerful than God, and in battles between the two, there's never a time of having equal forces. Theologian Erwin Lutzer, in his book, The Serpent of Paradise, says that Satan is still a servant of God. Martin Luther said it this way: "The devil is still God's devil. He is pressed into service to God's service in this world, but he must do the bidding of God." So here's a question to you for us to close on. How much permission do you give the devil in your life? Lucifer does not force you to sin. It's your desire and self-interest to do so. How much permissive will or permissive room do you allow the enemy? Just a question to ponder. Thanks for being here. Now may God's grace and peace be ours as we seek to live our utmost for His highest. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.